are so many great opportunities for photographers right now, whether it's to make a little bit of extra money on the side or turn it into a full-grown business. You need a great portfolio to start getting great clients, but you also need great clients to get a great portfolio. So where do you start? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. My name is Connor Wells. If we're just meeting, I am a photographer, videographer, podcast producer and editor. So if that's the sort of content and that's your interest, then stick around for the channel where I post weekly content all about those things. Anyway, as you probably clicked on this video, how to get your first clients, I'm going to be teaching you how to do that exact thing with 4 very easy steps. So let's get into it. Step number 1 is choose your speciality. There is a huge range of different styles of photography, and I think it's a very good idea to specialize. That doesn't mean you're limited to that one certain thing. It just helps you brand yourself a little bit better, and it also helps you market yourself a little bit better as well. You can present yourself to ideal clients in a way that will help you land that job in a more secure way. Just to name a few of the specialities in photography: wedding photography, newborn photography, product photography, sports photography, family photos, portraits, you name it. That's just a few, but there is such a wide range of photography. So it's a great idea to choose what is your best interest and what you think you're best at, and really knuckle down on marketing yourself as a this specialist or a that specialist. It will be so much easier for you to dictate and find out what you actually need to be part of your portfolio. If you want to specialize in, for example, newborn photography of newborn babies, it helps to have a batch and a session of newborn photos in your portfolio. That way you can send that off to your potential customers and show them, look, here is a recent newborn photo shoot that I did. Does this appeal to you? Whereas if you have a whole cluster of stuff in your portfolio that you don't really specialize in, you could have some food photography, some sport photography, it will confuse the client. Keep in mind, your style of photography is something that evolves over time. So moving on from speciality, I mentioned quite a lot there about choosing your portfolio, and that's tip number 2, make a great portfolio. Speaking of making something great, if you would like to make my day even greater, it would be amazing if you could hit that like button. Like I said, that would be great. Like I said at the start, if you want to land paying clients, you want to build up a great body of work, and that is called a portfolio. Think of it like a job interview. You take your resume to a job interview, a list of your achievements and things you're proud of. That's the same with a portfolio. Potential customers and clients will judge your ability based on the body of work that you present to them, so it is incredibly important to showcase a great portfolio. Now keep in mind, when you're just starting out, you have to be willing to do some free shoots and maybe some low budget paid shoots in order to build up that portfolio. I still to this day do a couple of free shoots because I feel like something is lacking in my portfolio. If I'm thinking, I need a band photo shoot from, a rock or metal band that, I want that in my portfolio, I do that for free because that is just something you just have to do. That's part of being the creative life. Even though they may not be paying much or may not be paying anything at all, it is important and will affect your ability to make money in the future. Now, how do you get these free shoots and even low paying shoots? The best thing I suggest is ask family and friends and people that you know. Talk to family, friends, co-workers, neighbors, and anyone in your social groups and tell them what you're looking for. Tell them you're thinking of starting a photography business and you're going to need a body of work to build your portfolio, and ask them if they'd be willing to do a free shoot or a discounted photo session in return for you getting that body of work to fill up your portfolio with the best photos you can add. Now, when you are doing this and approaching friends or family in order to build up that portfolio, there's a few things that you need to clarify, and that is the length of the photo session, the location of the session, whether it's a home, a garden, a park, a lake, a studio. You need to let them know that. You need to tell them what they'll actually be getting in return for you doing the shoot for them. For example, 25 fully edited, high resolution digital photos, and you need to tell them what you'll be getting from that. For example, you'll be getting photos to build your portfolio that you can share in your marketing campaigns. Now, speaking of marketing, step number 3 is build a website. Now that you have some great sample photos, it's time to start building that portfolio into a website. Now, I myself, at first, I'll be honest, I was a little bit intimidated when it came to building a website. I don't know coding. Well, how am I meant to do that? Fear not. you're thinking too much about it, it's a lot easier than you think these days. There are some amazing platforms where you can easily build a nice simple website for you to showcase your work. I personally use Wix. They are great, their customer service is brilliant, and I cannot fault them at all. Other website building platforms are Squarespace and GoDaddy to get your domain. This isn't an ad, these are just companies that I believe in, but check them out, they'll be linked in the description below. Now, the basics that your portfolio site should include is a gallery of your photos, description of the services you offer, your contact information and social media handles so that people can actually get in contact with you and book those amazing photo shoots that you offer, where your location is and what cities and towns you cover when it comes to delivering photo shoots. Now, you could also include your prices. I myself personally don't, but that's up to you. It's an optional thing. Now, what's not optional is hitting that like and subscribe button. I'm joking, that is completely up to you. But what isn't optional is promoting your services. Now that you have some quality photos and a portfolio website, it's time to start pointing your clients where to go. At this goal, keep in your mind, this is the time you need to start getting paying clients. You've moved on from doing free and discounted photo shoots for a while because you've built up that great portfolio, you've put it on your website. Now it's time to get that paying work. Your first paid client. After you've done those free photo shoots and discounted shoots for your portfolio, what you can do is ask their permission. If you can post a few of those photos and tag them on Facebook, you can put it on Instagram, make a nice fancy Instagram story, maybe even a reel of those photos. Promote the hell out of what you're doing. Now, don't be spammy, but make use of local Facebook groups and business groups in your area to advertise what you're doing, what you offer, and what people will get from your services. Post your portfolio on your Instagram feed and make the most of social media. So many people start businesses, I've said this in so many videos before, so many businesses on social media will get their handles, get their apps and websites and domains and won't post anything about it. Start posting your work on social media. Be proud of what you've got and achieved. Maybe as an incentive to get bookings, what you could do is you could offer people a discounted rate if they've booked you by finding you on social media. Sometimes I do that. If someone has messaged my business page and looking for a photo shoot because they've liked one of my photos, I'll do them a slightly discounted rate because it's driving people to your social media. And if you're showcasing your work on social media, more eyes are going to see it, and that is a big win. Now, I hope you found those tips useful. I really did benefit from those tips when I was first starting out before I made the plunge to be a full-time creative. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video right over there. Have a good one.